Today is the day I go to my first competitive football match of the 2023-2024 season here in the UK, and I'm starting it off in the best way I know possible, in the very bottom tier. I'm feeling so positive today, and I hope you're all having a good weekend out there as well, and I hope I can transfer some of my positivity to you through this video today. Brand new stadium for me today, somewhere I've never been before. We're out by the sea here in a place called Saltcoats. It looks like Saltcoats, but I don't think you say the first T. And yeah, despite seeing a brand new stadium of a brand new team that I've never been to in the very bottom tier of Scottish football, there's someone that I need to show you who's done some things at the very top. I've covered the Lisbon Lions countless times on this channel. The amount of times I spoke about them, since statues of the different players, and the manager obviously, Jock Stein. This is Bobby Lennox MBE. He's one of Saltcoats' most famous sons. He was a Lisbon Lion European Cup winner. He's won 11 league titles, 8 Scottish Cups, 5 League Cups. I mean, that alone is insane. And 10 Scottish caps as well for the national team. Bobby Lennox in 2002 was voted into Celtic's greatest ever all-time 11. So he's up there with like the Billy McNeils and the Jinky Johnstons of the world as one of the legends of Scottish football. Anyway, let's stop talking about people at the very top of Scottish football and go and check out what it's like at the very bottom.
My name's Don, I'm Don Curry. I am the club chaplain and club secretary at Saltcoats Victoria Football Club.
And so could you just explain firstly the level that you're playing at this season and how it was sort of restructured from last season?
Sure. So we're part of the West of Scotland Football League, which would traditionally have been known as junior football, as semi-professional football in Scotland, has a particular status. There are now several divisions of 16 teams that make up 80 teams altogether at this level. We're in the 4th division, which is the lower division, so we have room for development.
And so this is the 10th tier of Scottish football, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
And technically, because you're in the West, there's more leagues in the West.
Yes.
You are technically in the bottom tier of Scottish football, but
Yes,
I would say that this level probably is stronger than maybe the South of Scotland League, which is technically the 6th, because it's a different geographical location. It's strange how Scottish football's set up, isn't it?
Yes. Well, there is one of the teams, 3 Rovers actually, that came up from the south of Scotland to join the West of Scotland.
I visited them recently, yeah.
Because they were playing the same team so many times and so forth.
Yep.
So yes, it's more competitive, I would say, in that regard. And most of the teams, with the exception of 1 or 2, most are West Central Scotland.
And would you change anything about the pyramid system? Obviously you're in the 10th tier, but should you ever get to the Premier Division of the West of Scotland League, you could then go to the Lowland League and Lowland League to League 2.
Yes.
Do you think there could be changes between some of the divisions in Scotland and how it's all set up?
Well, there's the potential for that. That was the intention from the outset of the restructuring of the pyramid system, and come out of conversations with senior officials of what was junior football at the time, so that we then have, at least in theory, you could start out Saltcoats Victoria 10th tier and potentially climb up the leagues to get to the top Premier League.
Yep.
I suspect that will not happen in a fortnight, but there's the potential for that to happen. Well, I think the thing about our level is it's local, accessible football. It'll cost you less to come and watch the game.
Yeah.
Our facilities therefore will be a bit more limited, but you can come, enjoy some good football banter, watch mostly a decent game of football, and get yourself a pie and a bovril or whatever.
Exactly. No VAR as well.
No, none of that. No. Sometimes there's very average refereeing, which is a different kind of VAR.
Firstly, can I just get you to introduce yourself?
I'm Craig Riley, and I'm a centre-half for Glenvale.
And you're the captain of Glenvale, right?
Captain.
And what would you say is the feeling playing at grounds like this today? Obviously, like it's a proper classic old ground.
Just a good old-fashioned junior ground. It's good. Decent wee setup.
And how long have you played in the West of Scotland League then?
This will be 2.5 seasons.
Okay.
Always played with Glenvale.
Yep.
And I was amateur before that. So.
Nice. And what were the other clubs that you would have played for in the amateur
Glenburn, all the way through.
Oh, nice.
Decent.
And first game of the season, right? First league game of the season. Expecting a good season?
Hoping so.
Hopefully.
Better than last season.
Don't want to speak too soon. Perfect. Nice one.
Good.
few actual proper football stadiums in this league. A lot of them were like 4G Community Astros, whereas now they have more teams in this league and more like proper old school non-league stadiums like this one. Like, just look at like these bits here. For me as a creator, like coming here and seeing like little bits of metal hanging off the stand over there, and look, I don't expect to come here and it to be like beautiful and gleaming and unbelievable. This is what I like about these grounds. They're by the sea, they're rugged, they're a little bit rough, but it's cheaper to get in. You can get a pie, you can get proper access, you can meet the players, you can hear what the referees are saying to the players, you see proper tackles, there's no VAR. That is the most non-league stand I've ever seen.
Fraser. Alistair. Philo.
So we got the 2 goalkeepers in the squad today and the goalkeeping coach. You're both 16, right?
Yes.
And you're starting today and you're the sub goalkeeper, but you're going to be playing in the West of Scotland League this season. How do you feel as 16-year-olds playing in the West of Scotland League?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I did it last season, but it's good experience.
Yeah, nervous about the first game of the season today, or?
A wee bit, yeah, but not too bad.
Just want to keep a clean sheet, I take it, yeah? And how have these lads been getting on in pre-season so far?
Excellent, hard workers, they respond well. Really proud of them for being such young boys and taking on the men's game.
Amazing.
Really well.
Nice one, good luck today, boys. Fair play to the 2 goalkeepers there behind me, 16 years old and playing in the West of Scotland League. I know how brutal some of the football can be here in Scotland, especially like the lower down divisions you can go. So yeah, fair play to them.
Rudy.
Good to meet you, mate. Big Rangers fan, but you're here at Saltcoats today.
Yeah.
You're fairly local, but who are you here with today?
My papa.
And he used to play for a number of teams, didn't he, in Scotland? What was his name?
Derek Fry.
Okay, and so you come to watch football at this level. What do you make of football at this level? You're obviously a Rangers fan, but
Yeah.
what do you think about coming to watch football here?
I like it. I like it here because I know I just like it gets me something to do. So it does. And yeah, obviously ever since my papa taken over the managerial job, I've just came watching the games and. Yeah, they're doing well so far, so
and
hopefully
so,
we can do well this season.
Of course, and I was going to ask you then, what do you think the score's going to be?
Oh, if I was to be honest with you, about 5-0 Glenvale.
Don't hold much hope for the lads.
Oh no.
Here we go, we've kicked off in our first competitive game of the season. Look, how many people do you think here? Maybe 10 or so that side, and maybe another 10 or 20 around there as well. And a couple here, maybe 40 or so people here today. But yeah, this is what you absolutely love about non-league football. Look, why is there a step ladder here? Oh. Early start, early goal. First competitive goal of the season here in the UK, and it is to Glenvale. Saltcoats 1-0 down, and it has started pissing down already. 5 minutes in, it's now 2-0. They are filming the game, so if I miss any of the goals, they may post them somewhere, I'm not sure, but yeah, it is 2-0 to Glenvale here. But a slight break in the rain, and so that can only mean one thing. We'll go for it, mate. We'll take one, please. How much do I owe you?
That's 150.
150. And can I have a coffee as well, please, if you have any?
150, 250.
Here we go. So we have a pie and a coffee for £2.50, and ticket for entry today. Oh, we've almost had a goal. Was only £6. So for £8.50, you could get these two and entry to a game in the bottom tier of Scottish football. If you haven't done it, why not? Not been a good start. You were right. What did you say the score was going to be? Oh, third is right there. What did you say it was going to be? 5?
5-0.
It's already 3. Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. 4-0. God, Glenvale. Are a Glenvale good or a Saltcoats terrible at the moment? What do you reckon?
No. Saltcoats are terrible.
Look, you can see all the lads in bibs in the away end over there. But for Saltcoats, 2 subs.
2 subs.
That doesn't help either, does it?
I know.
No.
Terrible.
And one's a goalkeeper then?
Yeah.
Just interviewed one, he's a goalkeeper.
Yeah, one's a goalkeeper and one's a player.
Number 3 is down. Looks like they're making a sub, does it? Do you reckon? Is he not going to be able to carry on? And that's their one outfield player sub, right?
Yeah. The goalkeeper's actually changed into an actual player.
So the sub keeper might be coming on outfield.
I just saw him walk out and he had like the number 19 on the back. but normally you would wear like the goalie.
The goalie stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I interviewed him earlier. 16-year-old sub goalkeeper, and he's playing what, up front, midfield? That is the most non-league thing I've ever come across. Sub goalkeeper coming up.
Oh, it's on the post. That's 5.
It's offside. He's giving it offside, isn't he?
Yeah, it was off.
Yeah. Go on. Oh, Saltcoats. Oh. Oh. No way. Saltcoats have scored, mate. 4-1. You weren't expecting that.
First goal of the season.
The sub keeper who's come on outfield, is he got cramp or something? He's well, especially since the keeper's come on outfield, they've been better, I'd say. Oh, solid header. Yeah, there we go, 5-1. The wind's been pretty bad in this video, particularly in these 2 clips, but thanks for sticking with it so far. At this point, the 2 goalkeepers then swapped. So the keeper who was in goal for the whole game came outfield, and then the keeper who came on as a sub outfield got cramp and had to go in goal. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, mate, great content. What are we saying? Is he going to keep a clean sheet from now to the end of the game?
No.
I reckon he might.
He's not scored. He's not conceded one yet.
Oh, and he still hasn't. Oh! 5-2.
5-2.
I'm Brian Slavin, so I'm the manager, not player manager, of Saltcoats Vics, even though I had to play today.
So you had to play today because you only had 2 substitutes as well.
Yeah,
I've spoken about it throughout the video and stuff like.
Yes, so you already explained the situation. So you need 7 signed players to play. So we were scrambling about at the end of the week trying to get bodies signed. Unfortunately, I had to play. Ideally, I'll not have to play again. But we come out of it eventually with positives after a difficult first half. So. Yep. We're building something here. This is going to be I was going to say a multi-year project. It's a decades-long project. Yep. To be honest, we're really starting to build something for the ground here, and this is really the hardest part of it, Sam. It's going to be getting it off the ground, because players come and they look at us and like, oh, we get beat 13-0 in a friendly last week, and then we're suddenly 4 down the day, and so players are like, no, I'll go somewhere else. So we've tried to even attract players is difficult, but I mean, with some of the play in the second half, we started to move the ball better. So it's just about building confidence a wee bit, getting another player in here and another player in there, and we'll start getting there.
Yeah, you won the second half, which we were just saying off camera. I mean, and for any players watching then who are in the area who are looking for a club, have you got a message to someone who might want to come play here?
We're a team here where guys will get game time. If you're a good young player, or even an experienced player at the other side of your career who's looking to come and help out and push on young boys and have a good experience, this is the place to come. Yeah. We're literally starting from ground zero, like building infrastructure, a squad, the whole lot, a committee. It's an exciting thing to be part of, even after getting beat 13-0 last week, and then we're up against it in the first half here. But it shows you that there's a wee bit there, a wee bit of something rallying in the second half. So it's definitely a place for young players to come and play, get plenty of game time, and see in a year's time, if they're good enough, I'll go and send them somewhere else. I've got plenty of contacts still. I know guys that are managing the top leagues and further up leagues. I'll happily send them up there and go and sign.
Just come here and give Saltcoats a chance before.
Go and give us 6 months even.
And obviously, during the game, I saw something I don't think I've ever seen before in my hundreds of videos that I've made.
Right.
The goalkeeper comes off the bench, plays outfield, and then he changes with the goalkeeper who's then on field, and then the goalkeeper is then wearing his goalkeeper shorts while he's still outfield. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I don't like that.
That's the beauty of non-league though. I absolutely love seeing things like that.
I'm now 45 now, nearly 46. I've seen it in my whole time football. So
it always surprises you, doesn't it?
There's a bit of uniqueness about this grade of football. Obviously, it was the juniors. It's now kind of semi-pro essentially. But it's the same grade of football, so it's a new one to me as well.
Oh, what a way to start the competitive season in the bottom tier of Scottish football, where there's no official linesman, there's no floodlights. The sub-goalkeeper had to come on outfield, and then he changed the original goalkeeper who still had his shorts and socks on from being a keeper. Like, you just don't get that at the big grounds, do you? That's why I love coming to non-league, and what a way to start the season. I've got a big smile on my face. It was £8.50 for a ticket. a coffee and a pie today. Is what it would cost you to come to a game like that and have some amazing 7 goals as well. So such great value for money, as well as the stuff that I just mentioned there as well. So yeah, a huge thank you for watching. Please, people of Scotland and of the UK, of wherever you are, go and support your local football team. Don't just go to the big ones, of course. Like, it's a rite of passage to go to, in my opinion, the Nou Camp, the Bernabeu, the San Siro, Ibrox, Parkhead, Anfield. But please, if you can, just even a few times a season, just go to a non-league ground and support them. And because, you know, a couple of quid, £8.50 for today, may not be a lot individually to a person, but it really means a lot to these football clubs. They got 100 people in there today, which they didn't, but if they did get 100 people spend £8.50, that's a lot of money for this football club. So yeah, please, people, go and check out your local non-league team. What a great experience. Let me know where I should go in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I will leave a video on screen. If you could click on this video to continue watching, I will leave my other bottom tier video that I did. I've done a video already in this tier before. Last season I saw BSC Glasgow against, who did they play? 3 Rovers in the bottom tier of Scottish football. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.